Hello, once again, my EKL family. It's Jessica tuning in today to share with you a brief testimony. So, the Hebrews 13:2 says, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, because by doing so, sometimes we are unaware that we are entertaining angels." And so earlier this week, the 28th of January, Jamaica experienced a 7.7 magnitude earthquake. I was one of the fortunate ones that didn't feel it none at all. But it's the events surrounding that time why I have to give this testimony today. I remember I had just finished ironing and I was laying down. I was actually listening to some Bible study for the next video that I'm about to make. And so I was laying down and I looked up and I saw the time was 1:55, and I said, all right, I'm going to rest a little bit more before I get up and start getting ready for work. Shortly after that, I heard somebody saying my name, Jessica, Jessica. Now, it wasn't a shout like Jessica, but it was more of a whisper, but it was loud enough that I could hear it. And so, because I know I have some family overseas visiting, and sometimes person passing and they'll see my front door open, so they'll, call to see if I'm home. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get up. And then as I took my time, the dog started barking. So I said, okay, surely somebody's at the front gate calling. So as I get to the front door, I see this gentleman turning back. I didn't know him. He looked very unkempt in appearance. And so he came and he said, I'm hungry. I'm asking if you could provide me with something to eat, either a bun or a bulla. So in myself, I know I didn't have either of those items, but I said, hold on, let me see what I can do. So I went in the house and I was thinking to myself, he doesn't seem like anyone. I mean, because we have people in the community that, we know that are homeless, and from time to time they'll come around and ask for things. And he didn't seem like anybody that I've seen around, but I didn't really let that distract me. So anyways, I found a few things and I provided it for him. And as he gave it to me, as I gave it to him, he said, "God bless you." And my response was, because I know it's something that people just say, but normally there's no meaning behind it. So I just said, because normally I would say it back. But I'm telling you, saints, when he said it, it hit me to the core. And I thought that was strange, but didn't pay it any attention, really just went on and got ready and went to work. When I got to work now, I heard person saying, oh, did you feel the earthquake? And the different experiences that person had. And it was the longest earthquake they've experienced. And I was like, no, I'm completely shocked by what you're telling me, because I didn't feel tremors. I didn't feel anything at all. And so as they were talking and the talking kind of died down, I said, let me see what time this earthquake happened, out of curiosity. And of course the details, if any casualties were as a result of the earthquake. And so I did the research, and the earthquake happened at 2:10, and I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what to say, because I recollected that, as I was getting up, I looked on my laptop and it was around 2:04 or something like that. And this was the time I was getting up to go and see who was at the front gate. And I thought, my God, this cannot be a coincidence that this man came at the exact same time, hallelujah, that the earthquake was happening. And then it just hit me that this was an angelic visitation. I recount that when before the angels went and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, that Abraham and Lot had angelic visitations, and they reasoned with him. Now, I'm not saying that Jamaica is like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's not the context that you should take that in. I'm just saying that the Lord will never destroy a city without telling his servants, the prophets, first. I believe that's Amos 3. So we just have to be mindful of the things that are happening around us, and know that as children of God, even though we see what's happening around us, we have to know within ourselves that the Lord will never destroy a city without a warning, and we have to pay attention to these warning signs. Though this stranger did not say anything to me, we didn't have any conversation, I felt that there was something different about him in myself, but I couldn't put my finger to it until after the event, and after I started looking at the circumstance and how he just showed up at my gate, and my other neighbors were there, and he only came to my gate. So we just have to be careful, and we have to pay attention to what's going on. This is not a doom or gloom type of testimony. It's just to encourage us as saints to know that God watches out and he protects his people. So even though we see what's going on around us, and the news is saying tsunami and coronavirus and all these things, yes, the Bible talked about it, but we also have to know we serve a God that has saved us from his wrath. That's what it means to be saved by God, is that the wrath that is to come from all the sin and all that is happening in the world, we are saved from his wrath. So whether we meet him by being caught up in the rapture, or that we die and then meet him in paradise, we are protected by him. So there's no need to be fearful of all this doom and gloom that's going on, because God will surely protect his people. All right, so those are my few words today. Have a blessed week, and I look forward to seeing you when I discuss my next video. Take care now.